agreements with 2 other tokens. All of this happened within 2 weeks, and it really was a lot. I sat down with the team and I expressed that I just felt as though we couldn't put enough light on everything individually. While doing all of this, we had almost 2 AMAs each week for the past 3 or 4 weeks. Whether it's me doing one or Chris doing one or both, we just feel like we're spreading ourselves a little bit too thin. Everybody wants one marketing, but there is a point where there's too much. And of course, too much marketing, right? Well, we have an 100x. That's different. There's a point between just doing things into a human capacity, right? There's only do so much. These guys are trying to work, and they got their staking platform out. And I'm happy to say that Chris and I actually have a meeting on Monday. I won't give you guys too much information about it, but it is to increase PR outreach and get our name into the mouths of larger and possibly even newer investors of crypto, or people who like reward tokens, whatever it may be. In regards to that, we're talking, articles, Yahoo articles, whatever it may be. That's what we're aiming for, and that's the path we're going. So we do have a meeting on Monday. So hopefully go over that. And of course, just like anything else, consistent YouTube videos are going out. Right now, I really have been hammering the Turkish market and the Russian market after I just got done doing the Indonesian market. So hopefully we've been just getting an influx of people from over there. Now, that stuff aside, right, that's just regular shilling. We're always on Twitter. You see us everywhere. That stuff aside, I do want to say thank you. I don't know if anybody from DBT is here. Thank you for the opportunity that they gave us. That was even as we said from the beginning, it was never about the money. It was just the fact that we were accepted and we gave it our shot. No matter what happens, that's it, right? On top of that, I don't think we really, we brushed over it, but not too much. But Super Fuel, I don't know if anybody hears from them, but we did make a mutual agreement with Super Fuel that when their V2 contract rolls over here, could be any moment now. So essentially, they are a lottery token that, as of right now, rewards 1 billion Safe Moon as their lottery to one lucky holder. Well, they're dropping Safe Moon, and they're adding us. So from here on out, all you have to do is hold 100 million Super Fuel, which I think is about like $20 right now with this dip that we're in. And you can be eligible to win $4,000 in a lotto drop of Affinity, which is pretty awesome. Again, you get all of these projects that want to feed Affinity or feed off of Affinity or unite us. That's what we're here for. So we're happy that we're even considered by them and to work with them for the longevity of things. When their volume was really through the roof, their contract was going and buying 3 to 4 times daily. So that could be potentially, another 12 grand worth of volume pumped into Affinity daily. Doesn't sound like a lot when everybody wants $1 million. But again, imagine 100 projects that do that. So on top of this, the last one would be Devious Licks, an NFT project that just launched this week. Essentially, you can go and mint yourself an NFT by them. They're hilarious. They're absolutely hilarious. You can go and mint yourself an NFT by them. And when their staking drops, they're saying by the end of this month, beginning of January, they're going to have the testnet phases of that going in just another week and a half or so. Basically, you're just going to be able to stake your NFT and gain Affinity for it. And the APR is based off the rarity of your NFT. So the more rare, obviously, the more Affinity you will gain. Again, another project that's just simply just going to come and buy Affinity on a regular basis. More and more and more of that is how we're going to get to where we need to go. But that stuff's not going to come overnight. And we appreciate you guys for holding on with us. Just like anything else. I think that's it out of me. I don't know if I missed anything, Chris.
Yeah, man. I just want to add to that real quick. The last one, too, is I'm not going to get into the trials and tribulations that are going on right now with the project, but any of you that hold any EarnHub with their AnyFlect, when that is finally up and running and everything's going good, you can elect to receive Affinity through that as well. So the more people that are doing that, the more it's going to buy against our contract as well. And then you'll get that. And when I do get the contract information from them, I'm gonna let the dust settle. I'm sure they're very busy. I will be whitelisting that as well to make sure that you guys can get maximum rewards from anybody that's doing things like this because that's what it's all about. So that is one addition to that. And lastly, about the DBT thing that I did want to mention is I appreciate every last one of you the way you handled yourself, especially going late into that when we kind of knew the writing was on the wall. You were all very professional. You were all very courteous to each other and to other communities, and you handled yourself very well, even though we knew, certain things were going on that were out of our hands and that the writing was on the wall that it was going to go to another project. So thank you. Just want to thank you for that. That's it. I know Chris has some updates, I think, on the store, and Paul's got some things he wants to talk to. So whichever one of you want to go, it's all yours.
Yeah, I know in a lot of places it's getting pretty chilly, damn near winter. And even for the people who are closer to the equator, got some nice new merch on the store. Uh, it's also the holidays. Why don't you buy your loved ones some new gear as well? Some new hoodies, all the way up to even premium hoodies made by Champion. And yeah, go buy yourself some merch. That's all I got.
Thanks, Chris.
And I'll be brief as well. I just have a couple of things. So, thing number one with these NFTs, if anyone is interested in getting some, you will 100% have better luck than me. I got 3 of them, all of them common. So
He's already
the other members of
complaining
the
when he
core team
doesn't
all got like
realize.
rare.
No,
Zach
no,
got like
no,
an
no, no,
epic.
no, 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 no. He doesn't realize that commons are just as valuable as uncommons. That's it. When breeding happens, see, you guys didn't get into Epic Hero. We're gonna show other projects, but you guys didn't get into Epic Hero. If you guys get into Epic Hero, you know the commons and the uncommons when they all came out, everybody had the same reaction. Oh, I got a common. But when the breeding happens and all that fun stuff, and everybody's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna breed my Epic. Who's got the commons, man? You do.
Yeah, but when I was texting and I showed the screenshot of my common NFTs, all you guys were like, haha, we all got cool ones and you didn't. So,
This is not true, but
I mean, I might have.
it's
I got an
whatever.
epic, so I might have laughed at him a little bit.
yeah, exactly. So the second thing I wanted to touch on as well is just kind of also discuss that marketing aspect that Zach talked about. So, as much as we try to bring as many people together as we can in the crypto space in general, without using our use cases or products or anything like that, it gets to a point where the market is pretty saturated already. So, when it comes to continuing to do stuff like AMAs with other crypto groups or other people that already have crypto investors, there's a higher percentage of people that are tapped out that are already in this circle of investment than are that are willing to come in and move to a new project or get into crypto for the first time and stuff like that. So that's kind of a roundabout way of what Zach's talking about, saying like there's only so much we can do. Like if we can saturate the crypto market as much as we can with Affinity, but what is the analytics supporting how good that is doing for us versus looking at a much different, more broad target audience for people that might be, new into crypto, where something like a wallet address does intimidate them a little bit, and something like Adapt is might be the reason that gets them into the crypto space, especially with BSC. So we really want to kind of take it in a newer direction. We're still obviously going to maintain a huge presence in the crypto space in general and continue to try to bring people together in this space. But when it comes to specific target marketing, Zach and Chris have been working very, very hard with meeting with, people. I'll just leave it at that until we announce some stuff later. But doing a lot of really good meetings to really tap into a new space and get some of those newer investors or get a different target audience in here. And it's really going to end up just being nothing but good for this project. Because as we continue to advertise and have other projects say, hey, we want to reward you, or we want to have the ability for people, our holders, to stake and get some affinity because you guys have a great project. That's awesome. That's going to help get those buys on the contract. It's only going to help our holders as well. But we need to bring in some new blood. So that's kind of what Zach was talking about there, I believe. And the last one I'll brief so that we can go on towards like questions and stuff. We talked about it last time the market did this. Me and actually all four of us, we like crunching numbers. It's an odd thing that we enjoy doing. But you look at the entire market. I'm not talking just crypto. I'm talking the stock market. If you look at the stock market, it is absolute trash right now. It just is. So we all know that even though Bitcoin is its own thing, every time Bitcoin takes a dive, everything else takes a dive. So, BNB, while it, is still higher than it has been, it, dipped right back below 600. It's still down there. Bitcoin's down in the 53,000 area. Well, we're on that Binance Smart Chain, so BNB price affects our price as well. So the only advice or information that I will give you on that is unless you need to liquidate funds, not just in Affinity, but any of your holdings that might be down right now, if you have the ability to hold on, at least until the market corrects and comes back up a little bit, I recommend you do so. Bitcoin always comes back up. It always does. It did this, I think, 3 weeks into our launch or something like that, it took a nosedive. Well, it came right back up. So not just talking for anyone's Affinity holdings, but any holdings that you have that are most likely down right now just based on the market. You have the ability, I personally recommend you hold on even just a little bit, because when that market starts coming back up, you'll be able to take your profits, make your profits, etc. Selling while it's down like this is going to do absolutely nothing but lose you money. But that's just how the numbers are. They don't lie.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Paul. But I actually forgot to mention something as well. Like I roundabout with just one thing after another, right? And this one's actually kind of big, to be honest with you. And I'm going to piggyback off of what Paul said, is that we're always looking for new ways to grow, adapt, whatever it may be. And I'm actually happy to announce that we have our first business who will be in line to incorporate Adapt into their website and even in store. They don't reopen for another 2.5, almost 3 weeks. They are a cannabis dispensary out of Canada. Not gonna. Pen is almost on paper, and we are gonna do everything, but we can't actually do the finalizations until they're just about to reopen. So when that happens, then I can flood everybody on what that store is, and so everybody can go and see it. But we are in the final talks to get Adapt into a website, cannabis company, and onto their website. You won't be able to buy cannabis through Adapt, but you'll be able to go in and get any merch or anything in the store, whether any paraphernalia, I'll say, all using Adapt. Or if you want to order something off their website, you'll be able to use Adapt as well.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And again, on that note too, is when you're talking about bridging outside of our pocket, you look at kind of what we're doing now. If you look at it like, if McDonald's was only going to advertise towards, Burger King and Wendy's customers, right? Sure, that's going to have an impact, but you got to reach outside that bubble because everybody else eats too, not just the people that go to those fast food restaurants. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at not just reaching the people that are currently invested in crypto and might be involved in some of these AMAs that we're in, but we need to start reaching out to those people that are on the outskirts. They're trying to get their feet wet. They're looking for that first investment, or maybe they have invested before, but they're not really in all the Telegram groups and in all the AMAs and all that. They're just kind of a casual investor. We need to reach all of these people. So that's kind of what we're kind of expanding into, as well as keep doing what we're doing, but we're going to expand into those other markets and really reach a larger audience. So lastly, we're talking about what's next. So staking is done, so to speak, right? I'm always tweaking it. I made two tweaks to the website today alone, maybe 3, I can't remember. So we'll always have little tweaks we got to make, but for the sake of conversation, it's done. It's live. Everybody's in it. Everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's making extra money. So now we can move on. Now we can put full effort and focus back onto Adapt V 2.0. We can put it back onto the mobile app. We can put it back onto the website that I don't think Zach mentioned it right now, but The website, correct me if I'm wrong, Zach, we're looking at probably about within the week.
Yeah.
So, we could do things like that, get the website all cleaned up, just a whole lot of stuff that we've been working on and just had to kind of put to the side for a minute to get this done. We can go full speed ahead on it now. So that's exciting, So it looks like, next time we have updates, it's going to be some good news on some things that you guys have been really waiting for. So uh, I can't be happier myself to move on from this. As much as I love staking and I love making sure you guys get extra rewards and extra money, this is something that I'm glad to have behind me, only in the sense that I really want to start moving forward on our real use cases that make Affinity special. So thank you all for that. And that's really it for me.
Yeah. So as normal, we'll probably field some questions and all that fun stuff, questions, comments, all that stuff, and then we'll roll over to Discord, and Chris will probably get Twitch up, and we'll have some fun over there. Final thoughts. I know I had one, but I just lost it while I was saying that.
I was going to say, if you do have a question, try to keep it to 2. Obviously, we want to stay all night here. We want to go over it now. This is kind of truthfully, I know Chris said next week we'll definitely have some bigger updates, but those are going to be bigger updates before Affinity Fridays get lax a little bit again, because the holidays are coming. And I know even Paul is taking a trip coming. I think he'll be gone for one of the Affinity Fridays. So we're going to have one big, another week or 2 of really hard working, and then we're going to have another holiday week, and then it's back to the grind 100% when the new year comes. But yeah, you guys got a couple questions?
And I remember I was going to say too. So just like Chris was saying, with us moving, full swing back towards DApp version 2, stuff like that, for anyone that's followed us since the beginning, we used to all work for the same company and see each other every day for work. We no longer do. We haven't actually worked at the same job for a couple of months now. Obviously, we still get to see each other every now and then and stuff like that. But we'll probably be posting a picture on Twitter in the coming couple of days whenever we get to meet up and get to Chris's famous dry erase board, so we can be making sure that we're refining those details about just hammering down the selection of the exact direction we're going for Adapt version 2 and stuff like that. And, for fun and whatnot, we'll post it up on Twitter or something. You can see us at work. We're obviously not going to show the dry erase board because we'll probably have some
I was
private
just going to say
information on
that.
it. But hey, just fun. You get to see us actually sit down and get some work done and stuff like that. So be watching for that on Twitter. Throw a like. You love seeing our smiling faces, even though you can't hear Chris's voice just from looking at a picture.
I can. All right. Anybody got any questions? Comments?
Before we take any questions,
Oh.
no questions on market cap prediction or volume predictions or anything like that. We can't tell the future. We'd love to see the highest market cap we can, but we can't tell what exactly it's going to be in 2022 or 2023.
Interested in using Adapt. How's it going with other tokens and people who do random giveaways and stuff? How are they doing? Are they interested?
What do you mean? In regards
have
to
other tokens or people who give giveaways wanted to implement Adapt?
So that was the first thing that I reached out to when we first came out of Adapt. Those were the first people that I targeted on Twitter, were the people who do constant giveaways. And to be honest with you, my turnout was pretty bad. Always transparent, but it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are stuck in their ways. Not only are they stuck in their ways, but also they're just waiting for something simpler. Whereas they feel as though that you still have to go to a website and all this fun stuff, that it's just not there yet. So in regards to that, I think we'll really get an uptick of that when the app comes out. But primarily, it'd be cool. Don't get me wrong, I definitely have looked that way. But we've realized that gearing towards tokens that would use Adapt for the long haul, or businesses that would use Adapt for the long haul, are way more beneficial than just little giveaways running through or anything like that.
And part of that too, if you don't mind, Zach, is the simple fact that we wanted to get a very simplistic idea of the potential of what version 2 of Adapt and future updates could contain. We wanted to get that out as opposed to just sitting around and talking about it. So as you look at it right now, I think Adapt version 1 is still pretty cool for what it is, but we also understand that it does not have anywhere near, like not even 10% of the full functionality of what version 2 is going to have, and that is really going to be the game changer that makes it even more easy than it is now and more user intuitive for anyone that is trying to do anything that would be related to sending token. It'd be easy to do it through Adapt and whatnot. So again, that was just us just putting it out so that people can see what it's about and see the potential of it. So if there's people that aren't interested in switching over and using it primarily now, we completely understand that. I mean, how many people were scared when something like PayPal or online banking and stuff like that first came out? Those waters have to be tested very, very thoroughly before people are ready to jump in and can call it the norm. So we're kind of in that phase now. And instead of having a full release product out to test the waters with, where it would just look really, really intimidating, we wanted to show what that version 1 would do and how it can draw up that attention so that people are while they might not be using it right now, they're excited to see what those next updates are going to have.
That's understandable. I wouldn't touch PayPal with a 10-foot pole when it first came out.
Yeah.
When they were offering that option to add your bank account. And it took me years to realize that was like a layer of security on top of my bank account.
Yeah,
Like
and that's exactly what version 1 basically is people are looking at it and they're saying, well, first of all, yeah, this is a token, and this is a token on the BSC that is developing this product, and tokens on BSC are a dime a dozen, and how many of them end up having some sort of bad stuff happen to them? A dev dumping and running off, whatever it is. And when you look at the grand scheme of things, we are still very young. We haven't even been a token for 6 months yet. So obviously we have to be well established, and we have to show that we are making these improvements and that we are in it for the long haul to kind of build that unanimous trust along the crypto space for someone to say, like, hey, you know what? I am okay risking and doing and connecting my wallet to this because I have faith that this product is going to be everything that it is going to be.
I suppose word of mouth would also help with that. Like every time somebody tries to send you something, here's my address, but you can make it a whole lot easier using Adapt.
Absolutely. And we have had projects, other tokens have reached out and filled out our form and have gotten listed. So that is improving.
And like my whole Adapt name is Trevor. That's it. One word.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, that's all I had.
Oh, thanks, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, Safe Moon Sputnik, all you.
Me? Stark? Safe Moon
sorry.
Sputnik.
We also have a Safe Moon Sputnik, and all I can see is Safe Moon S, so I thought it might be
No problem.
Sputnik.
No problem.
It's my fault.
No problem. You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Quick question. With Adapt, like you just said, the version 1 wasn't even like 10% of, the ideas that you guys have. Just out of curiosity, how many versions practically do you think you would need to get to be like your holy grail version of Adapt? Like, oh, it has every feature we've always wanted. Like, do you think it would take like 4 versions, 5 versions? Obviously, software is never done, but like just to get like, let's say 95% of like, oh, these are all the things that we really want as like features and utility for our users.
So that's a loaded question, because you said it perfectly that the development part is never done. There's always some improvements and stuff that have to be made, and as you can see that I won't take credit for it because it wasn't me, but both the Chris's have come up with a lot of really, really good ideas for stuff to incorporate into version 2. I mean, I came up with one thing, and I think it's good because I came up with it. But
Of course, yeah.
But so these guys have come up with a lot of different things. So who's to say that we get through version 3 and we're not just going to stop and say, well, it's perfect. There's always going to be something that
Right.
changes, whether it's something that changes in the market, something that changes with technology, stuff like that. So for functionality purposes, though, we are trying to get as much as we can for version 2. That way, future versions are refining the processes that are already part of the product and then expanding based on technological advances. And I think Chris has something to say on that too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to expand on that just a little bit. Currently, the stuff that we have on paper or on dry erase board, as ideas, even if they're loose ideas, are drawn out up through 3 versions. So, like Paul said, we'll continue on. But to answer your question a little more directly,
Yeah.
everything that we have planned is planned through version 3, or at least up to version 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's great. I know it's an ever evolving quest that's never going to end. But yeah, so I was just wondering your main ideas that you had. So up to like the completion of version 3 of it. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's good for me now. Until I remember, I was going to ask you another question. I forgot when I asked this one. So
Well, if you're in Discord later on, we'll be there, my friend.
Okay, I'll be in Discord.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm slacking. Bringing some people up as soon as they connect up. Mercy, you're good to go, man. Or Will, you can go too.
Hey, yeah, I don't really have a question. It's just more of an affirmation of your starting to really seek out that target audience. Most people in crypto already kind of know how to do a little bit of the trading, even though it's still not very safe a lot of times, or sometimes we all make mistakes. So yeah, seeking out those new crypto investors, especially once we get the apps up, is going to be, I think, the best way to go. Plus businesses and getting that volume in, and some of the other bigger projects or so we can get involved with. So good job with the foresight, and always looking forward to you guys innovating and always constantly evolving.
Okay, thanks, William.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the hard work, and I think I speak on behalf of most of the holders that the progress has been insane. And my only question was, what was the number of super fuel that we were going to have to hold?
100 million.
Okay.
Comes out to, I think it's I haven't looked at their current price, but last I checked it was like $20. $20 worth of super fuel, and you'll be eligible to get the lottery.
Cool. Well, that was my only question. Thanks, guys, for all the hard work. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just so we can get the fun started and whatnot, I don't see anyone else pending. My Twitter could be glitched though. Zach, you seen anything?
I'm not cool enough to be co-host this time, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't even ask me, huh? You just assuming mine's broke again? No, I don't see it.
I'm always assuming that your Twitter's broken, man. I'm surprised Spaces hasn't dropped yet.
No, I think it's because Dorsey stepped down and he was really my problem. He don't like me. He got personal problems against me.
That was definitely it. Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll do a last call. Anyone wants to come up and be a speaker, ask a question, make a comment, stuff like that. And then after this last round, we'll end the Spaces and we'll head over to Discord and we'll have some fun there.
Oh, we had somebody pop up. Oh, okay. Somebody accepted him. That's why.
Yep. First fire.
First fire. It's all you.
How can I see my Cardano reflections?
First question: are you staked or not staked?
I'm not staked. I have all my stuff on a Trust Wallet.
Okay. Are you iOS or Android?
Android.
All right, perfect. So if you're in Trust Wallet, go down to the D app browser at the bottom. I don't know if you know where that is exactly, but if you just open up your Trust Wallet at the bottom, you see all those icons. I believe it looks like 4 squares, maybe, or am I thinking
Right.
SafePal?
Yeah, I know where that's at.
Yep. So just open that up. In that URL, you're going to want to put in affinitybsc.app.
Okay. AffinityBSC.app.
Yep.
Okay.
And then make sure that you're on BSC. You know how it usually defaults you to the Ethereum network. Make sure you're on the Binance network. And then once you go there, you connect your wallet up, it'll show you all your rewards.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. I don't think we have anybody else. Nobody else for question?
Yeah, I got one just real quick. It's kind of a long shot, but I know how that Epic Pro and Thorium type of a deal really drives a ton of volume towards Thorium. And I know we've been talking a little bit about the devious licks even tonight. Would there be any way we would be able to make maybe a little official or unofficial partnership for potentially even buying a few NFTs, whether it's that one or not? Kind of running it somewhat like that, because that could be a increased volume quite a bit actually as well. I know that both parties would have to get together, obviously, but
What are you talking about? Epic Hero?
No, devious, and because they're already kind of coming out with maybe an affinity pool, so it's a decent.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's already been done. I wasn't going to surprise everybody, but since Will wants to go ahead and ruin the surprise, I'm going to give away two. I'm going to give away two NFTs tonight at Affinity Friday. So both of them one of them is an epic and one of them is an uncommon. I bought two strictly to give away tonight, and both of them are ones that I don't have. So somebody's going to be getting some good ass NFTs. Right now, just by base value, there is no. I mean, I guess I'll go more into it once we get to the Discord side. But on the NFT itself, you'll get an airdrop for the D gold value that's on it. And then, of course, you get value of the actual NFT for staking it for either Affinity or more D gold. Obviously, we all want Affinity. And then, obviously, just the actual value of the NFT itself. So it's three different ways that you can gain money off this NFT for free. Truthfully, I think the ones that I have will probably be worth a few thousand later on down the road. I actually believe that. We're giving them away for free tonight. Two of them.
Nice. Sorry about ruining stuff. Was there any mention with Fitz if we?
Can I ask another question?
All right, we'll let him
Hello?
talk. We'll talk about that later in Discord.
All right, bro.
I'm in a conference. My crypto guys.
Go ahead, first fire.
Space. Yeah. Do I have to keep on claiming the rewards, or is it automatic?
No, it's automatic.
It's automatic, but just with automatic, you just got to be a little bit patient because just the blockchain has to work its way through by handing them out to everybody. So it may take a day or two, but you will get them automatic if you don't want to claim them.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right.
So 100% will. Like I said, I mean, tonight's going to be the first support of that because they just launched this week. So we are going to kick that off by giving a couple away tonight. And of course, I mean, from here on out, we would just like Earn, just like Super Fuel, just like Devious, any project that could potentially help us. I mean, they have our support, you know, and I don't, as from all, we've said this from the beginning, we will never decline anybody for wanting to help us. We'll never decline anybody who, within reason, of course, everybody gets vetted. Anybody who has any type of attached to us, you know, we're not going to go let some rug. I mean, shit, if they want a rug wants to reward us, I mean, it's not on us. We're not going to whitelist them, but you know, whatever. But actual projects, right? Actual things that we could see that have potential down the road, we'll support them 100%. That's what the space is for. There's more than enough room for everybody. But long story short, yes, that support will be tonight.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Maybe Paul can win it.
That'd be cool. I'll take that uncommon so I can not have just 3 common NFTs from this whole thing. I thought being a core team member of Affinity would give me something special, but apparently not.
I'll have you know. So I thought so too, right? Fitz came to me and he's like, "Hey man, I want to hook you up." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "I'll give you the number 2. You know, we got a testament. If you could do a testament for me, you'll get the number 2 lick." I'm like, "Damn, that's fucking sick." And I minted it and I got a goddamn common too. So I'm right with you, Paul. Okay. I'm right there. I have the number 2 common out there. That's what I got. Actually, the first common to ever be minted, I got.
Yeah, I think they're all
Okay.
rated, right?
Yeah.
Yes, all of it.
I think I'm number 101, 102, and 103 is what I got.
But it's all yeah, at the end of the day, of course, again, this is just going to benefit us, and it helps our outreach. You know, maybe there'll be NFT people who go and buy into Devious and they're like, wow, what's Affinity, and vice versa. You know, people, I'm sure, I mean, I've already heard it, a few of our Affinity holders are, this is their first NFT and they're already excited and they love them, and that's what we're here for. There's no cap to how much you can make and the potential that you can have in crypto. There just isn't. So I'm gonna leave you guys on that. I'm ready to get to Discord.
Yep, I'll be there soon. My computer is restarting right now.
Word.
Guy sucks.
If you had
did I say that?
graphics card,
I
that
didn't
thing would
realize I wasn't
boot up
muted.
faster.
All right, thanks everybody for coming by. Anybody that's not going over to Discord, we look forward to talking to you again here in the future. Thank you for coming into our spaces. For everybody else that wants to come over to Discord, I think we actually have a hard-coded URL now for the Discord, right? So it should be discord.gg/AffinityBSC. But the link will also be posted in our Telegram. So head on over. Thanks, everybody.
Good job, guys.